What's going on, everybody? Welcome into Blazers Uprise Live. Sorry about the lag on our first stream startup, but hopefully second time is the charm. I don't know why I'm dealing with so much lag when I start things up in the middle in the middle of the day, but apparently my internet does not want me to stream around 3:34 p.m. Post-game shows, completely fine. Late night streams, completely fine. Apparently around 3:34 p.m. I have internet lag issues, so it might happen again. If it does, I apologize, but hopefully we can get through picks against the spread. I'm not even on Wi-Fi, Jose. I'm hardwired and everything. That's why I don't understand what the issue is. I don't really know what else I can fix. But shout out to everybody tuning in. We'll try and get through picks against the spread if we can, and then if my internet's still fine, then we will preview the Lakers and Blazers game. Let's just hop straight into it. And let's not even waste time with it. For picks against the spread this year, we have 6 participants, so to say. We have me, Eric, our 3 mods, Reese, Westbrick, and Trevin, and then we have chat as well. We have you guys in the chat. So I figured a great way to say thank you to the mods was to allow them to participate in this against us. Mods, I will have a prize for you if you beat everyone. Other than that, we're basically just picking games against the spread. So we'll state the spread, and then in chat, leave your pick in the chat. Please don't say the pick more than once, okay? Because then it gets iffy with like trying to count 2 different teams. So please don't spam your pick. If you spam your pick, you might get hidden. Just don't spam the pick. That's just basically the only thing we ask you guys when leaving your picks in the live chat. Other than that, double down. Was it so we have a double down feature that we brought in last season where I think it's the game is worth 2 wins or 2 losses. Is that correct? Or is it 2 wins, 1 loss, Eric? How did we do it?
It was just worth double.
Blinking. It was just worth double. Okay, 2 wins, 2 losses. Yeah,
if you lost, it counted as 2 losses. If you won, it counted as 2 wins. Yep.
At the end, after we do our picks, we'll try it this way. If it doesn't work, we'll go back to how we did it last season. At the end, after we've picked all the games, we'll choose one of our picks to double down on. That'll be for Reese, Westbrick, Trevin, Chat, me, and Eric. So this might have a couple hiccups just because it's been a while since we've done this, and it's a little bit new this year with everybody, but hopefully it goes smoothly. Let's jump into the first game we got, and that is the Atlanta Hawks versus the Detroit Pistons. The Atlanta Hawks are favored by 10 points. This is the biggest spread today. The Atlanta Hawks look good through the first 2 games. Detroit has been struggling. So for this game, do you want to go first? Because I don't really know, man.
Yeah, this is probably the hardest one. I'm gonna take the Pistons just because it's 10 points. So if they keep it relatively close.
Let me fix that real quick. See, those are little hiccups we'll get. There we go. You got the Pistons. All right. Yeah, 10-point spread for the Hawks is quite wild, but then you got the Pistons with their 10-center experiment. I'm going to go with the Atlanta Hawks. They blew out the Bulls. They look really good. They've had some blowout wins. So I'm going to roll with the Atlanta Hawks. Now we got Reese, Westbrick, and Trevin as they make their picks. I'll fill them in. If they're not here, then obviously we won't be able to fill them in.
Westbrick picked Pistons.
Westbrick picked the Pistons.
And the other 2 picked the Hawks.
All right, Trevin picked the Hawks and Reese picked the Hawks. Chat, let me pull up the live chat on my phone so I'm able to look as well. Do you know who chat's rolling with, Eric?
I do not. So people's mix, if you would don't count the blue ones though.
Yeah. Yeah, because the blue ones are separate. They are no longer chat. They are mods. We should set it up for 1 mod to count each. That's how we'll do this to make it a little bit easier. But it's looking like Hawks for the chat, from what I can tell. You agree with that?
Yeah. Looks to be, I'll just mark it as 14-8.
Alrighty.
We should just take like the first 15 votes or something.
Yeah, the first 15 votes, especially since this channel is growing and we're getting a lot more viewers for our live stream. Thank you for the support, by the way, and everybody being extremely supportive lately. That's awesome. But yeah, picks wise, it could be a little bit much. Let's jump into the next game. We got 4 picks for the Hawks, 2 picks for the Pistons. Let's jump into Brooklyn versus Memphis. Memphis is favored by 2.5 points on the road in Brooklyn, New York. This game tips off in about 40 minutes. The reason the Grizzlies are favored is because the Nets are playing without Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and they're without Spencer Dinwiddie, who is now out for the season with a partially torn left ACL. So this, in my opinion, is a very hard game to pick because it's a Nets team that isn't really that talented, but they're going up against a Grizzlies team that hasn't been playing that well. Regardless, there isn't as much home court advantage this year. That's something we have to remember. Therefore, I am going to go with the Memphis Grizzlies, even though they're favored by 2.5 points. I think the Nets without Kyrie, Dinwiddie, and Kevin Durant is not that good of a team. So I am going to roll with the Grizzlies here, and I got to change that back. There are little glitches and stuff we'll have to fix here and there, but there we go. We got the Grizzlies. Eric, who you rolling with?
I'm also rolling with the Grizzlies. I just think that's too much firepower out for Brooklyn. So, yeah.
Alrighty. And now we got the mods, and we'll start counting in chat. We got Reese going with the Grizzlies. We got Westbrook going with the Nets.
So, for the people counting, let's do the first 15 votes. Because we need to know exactly what the vote count is, not like an approximate.
Yeah.
And make sure you don't vote twice.
So you guys gotta get your votes in early if you want it to count.
Did anyone see Trevin pick Memphis? Okay.
Alrighty.
Westbrook is the only.
Chat picked Memphis as well.
Yep.
Westbrook going against the grain. Remember which pick, mods, by the way. Remember which pick you're most confident in because we will ask you to double down at the end. Let's jump into the third game of 5. We got the Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Utah Jazz. Utah's favored by 9 points. OKC won their first game, but they don't really have the roster this year. This is a major rebuilding year for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Jazz being favored by 9, though, is quite a stretch. They just lost to the Minnesota Timberwolves. We made them look great on opening night, but the Timberwolves just beat them. Therefore, I'm going to take OKC in the points, actually. I think Utah probably wins this game, but the 9-point spread is a little bit high for me, given the fact that the Jazz just lost to the Timberwolves. So I'm going to take OKC in the points here.
I am also going to take OKC. Early on in the season, high point spreads, I don't like to pick teams to blow out teams, so I'll just take the points. OKC's only played one game. They looked, decent in their one game they played, so yeah.
Yep. Westbrook, are you going for the Jazz as well? Is that what you meant by holy Jazz? We got Trevin and Reese for the Jazz, and then let's count chats as well. By the way, chat, if you guys beat all of us, I will have the biggest giveaway ever. I will do something crazy at the end of the season to make this fun for you guys. Haven't decided on what yet. And me and Eric should probably get some bets together, early enough in the season where it feels justified. Maybe another Blazing Wing or something that we did last year. All right, so you got the mods going against us, Eric. The mods are rebelling. They're going with the Utah Jazz. What does it look like for chat? Chat has Jazz.
So near zero did it perfect. So that's how I need. Don't just say Jazz won for chat. Give me the first 15 votes. He said 14-1 in favor of the Jazz, which is
14
perfect.
14-1.
Thank you, near zero.
All right, that might be looking like their double down pick. For chat, we'll just do whichever had the strongest voting appeal, and if not, then we'll ask at the end. Here we go. Everybody's against us, Eric, with this one. We'll see how this goes. Let's go into our fourth game. We got the Denver Nuggets versus the Houston. I almost said the Houston Rockets. I'm still stuck on Utah. You got Denver versus Houston. Denver favored by 6.5 points in altitude in Colorado. It's kind of unfair because now I feel like they're one of the only teams with a legit home court advantage without fans because they got the altitude on their side. I'm going to go with the Denver Nuggets. I think we made the Rockets look far better than they were. They're still without Eric Gordon, DeMarcus Cousins, John Wall. The Denver Nuggets are 0-2 to start the season, but I think they get right today, and I am going to take Denver in this one.
I'm going to stick with my theme and just continue to take the points and take Houston and the 6.5.
Not a bad strategy. We got Trevin taking Houston as well. We got Westbrook taking Houston as well. I don't know if I've missed Reese's, but I think Reese thinking on it. Reese is also taking Houston. It seems like you guys are really against me on this one. And then chat, we got 8-7 for Denver, says Chris Stevens. Can somebody else counting in chat?
Someone else said 11-4. So, okay, Kevin Reese, just stop counting because you keep doing it wrong. thanks for the try, but
yeah, we're doing the first 15 picks. We'll probably have mods count this in the future. We'll set that up beforehand. Yeah. We'll ask if two of our mods can count for chat while they make their picks, but yeah, so once we have a confirmed pick for chat, I don't want to be all alone on an island here. But then again, I could gain on that, and this just gives me time to think about my double down because I'm not really confident in any of these picks.
It's definitely Nuggets, and it's definitely close, but...
Alrighty. Thanks for rolling with me, chat. Appreciate it. Now let's jump into our fifth game, which is our Portland Trailblazers on the road against the Los Angeles Lakers, who, at this point, are only favored by 3.5 points. What's the deal with the injuries in this one? Eric, Anthony Davis is playing, and LeBron James is questionable, correct?
Yeah, he's questionable. I'm expecting him to play, but yeah, so AD sits out last night. It's playing tonight. And then for the Blazers, Melo, Nasir Little, and Zach Collins, obviously, are all out.
Mm-hmm. I'll let you pick this one first.
Yeah. I'm going to pick the Blazers. Screw it. I'm going to be
okay. I'm going to pick with my head and not my heart, and I'm going to pick the Los Angeles Lakers. I am not somebody that's just going to pick the Blazers just because I want them to win. I'd rather lose a picks against the spread game than us actually lose this game. But picking with my head, I feel like LeBron is going to play. If LeBron plays and AD plays, it's a really good team. Only 3.5 point spread. I'm comfortable taking the Lakers there. And I hope I'm wrong. As Russell Westbrook says, Reese is going with the Lakers. Westbrook is also going with the Lakers. Thanks for stepping out here with me, guys. Trevin is also going with the Lakers. If the Blazers played a little better, they looked a little better the past couple games, I'd be more confident, but almost losing to the Houston Rockets when they had a really banged up team.